Kia ora and welcome to our Junior School Parent Information for 2021. Me karakia tātou. E tipu mai te Māori, te Māori nui, te Māori roa, te Māori whakaia, ki te whai au, ki te ao marama, tihei Māori ora. Nau mai, haere mai, and welcome to our Junior School Parent Information for 2021. These are just the topics that we're going to run through today. So in a moment, you're going to meet the team, our junior teaching team. We'll then go through an overview of learning here at Cashmere Avenue School. We'll touch briefly on our vision, and we'll also dip into what junior school learning looks like here at Cashmere Avenue. And then we'll finish off with some website information. So time to meet our team.
Hi guys, I'm Linda Pallarette and I teach in room 14. I have a new entrant year 1 class. I also have 2 other roles in the school. I'm the new entrant transition to school coordinator. So if your child is starting as a 5-year-old, you'll get to see me and hear from me lots. And my other role in the school is a new role towards the end of last year. I'm the within school leader for our Kahui Ako, which is all the schools in our local cluster. We do PD and things together for the staff at each school. So, hi.
Hi, I also teach year 1s in new entrants and year 1s in room 15. My name is Trisha Will. And the other role I have at school is that I am the Celebrating Cultures Coordinator.
Kia ora koutou, I'm Sarah Peck. I work here as a year 2 teacher in room 7 this year, and I'm also the junior school associate principal here at Cashmere Avenue.
Hi, I'm Jess and I teach year 2 in room 9 and I'm also part of the e-learning team here at CAS.
Hi, I'm Anna Wembridge. I teach new entrant year 1 level and I'm in room 10.
So there you got to meet some of our teaching team. We also have the lovely Sandy Wills, who teaches in room 15 on a Friday, along with we also have Joe Burberry and Sue Moody, who are 2 of our part-time teachers who come and release us from our classroom for classroom release time. Okay, now Linda's going to talk to you about Cashmere Avenue School.
Our school is divided into 3 main areas. Our junior school is our new entrant year 1 and year 2s. This is a really important time because it's transitioning children from kindy or daycare into our school. We really emphasise a lot of foundation skills in the junior school, a lot of social skills, very first and foremost, and we push independence and resilience, and you'll hear us talking about them lots. We also really work hard on children's emotional, physical, and of course their academic skills. We work to level 1 of the New Zealand curriculum, and partway through year 2, we're helping children transition into the middle school. Our middle school are years 3 and 4. They are composite classes and they have the same wide learning experiences we have in junior school, but they add on to that. They have a wonderful noho marae visit every year. They work with the senior school with a production that they do for parents, and the start of sports teams happens in year 3-4. We also get our year 3-4 children to really form firm relationships with both juniors and seniors, the tuakana taina relationships. They work to level 2 of the New Zealand curriculum, and partway through their year 4, they start transitioning into the senior school. Our senior school is of course year 5 and 6. They have got composite classes as well. They have a lot more responsibility in the school, these students. They do a lot of roles, including things like the PE shed, working on recycling, sorting the sandpit, and they also run our assemblies each term. They have an even wider learning and experiences than in the middle school. Of course, they focus on all the same things we have done in the juniors, social, emotional, physical and academic, but they have camps and they have more sports teams that they can be a part of. Again, relationships are very important, and of course, partway through their year 6 year, they transition off to intermediate. Now it's going to be Sarah who will speak to you.
So turning 5 and starting school is a really important and special time in your child's life. So we wanted to share with you how our junior school year levels work here at Cashmere Avenue. So our junior school year levels are based on a child's age when they turn 5 years old, as opposed to the date when they start at school. Because sometimes the date of when a child starts at school can differ from the actual date of their fifth birthday, but the year they are classified as is still determined by their birthday. The ministry guidelines are really clear, as you can see here in this table, and the funding they provide to all schools is based on children starting on their 5th birthday. So at Cashmere, we consulted with other local schools in our area and made the choice to extend the time for some of our younger children, that the time that they have in the junior school, compared with what the ministry funds us for. You can see the difference here in this table, where the ministry indicates children that are born from the 2nd of July onwards are classified as new entrants for that year, and then they become year 1 the following year. At Cashmere, if you look down here in the bottom part of the table, we've actually pulled that time frame back a bit to include children born in May and June also, therefore giving some of our younger children that bit more time to settle into school. What's really important to note out of all of this is that by the time all of our children progress through to the middle school in their time in year 3, our data shows that there is really no remarkable impact for our children who are the early starters at the beginning of each school year. There's also often a common misconception that if a child starts school in term 2 of a year, even if their birthday fell during term 1, that they started in term 2, they'll remain as a new entrant for the entirety of that year because of their start time in term 2. This misunderstanding has sort of developed over time from when term 1 school holidays often occur around our May cutoff dates. But again, as mentioned before, a child's year level is in fact determined by their birthday and not the school term dates or their start date. So whilst the ministry funds us for certain timeframes, and we have in turn adjusted these to suit our beliefs about the time children need to settle into school, there are some exceptions to the information shared here. For example, some children born and starting from May onwards may well be ready to embark on learning in year 2 the following year instead of spending time in year 1. And again, conversely, some children are not developmentally ready to progress on through the junior school as per the ministry or even our Cashmere guidelines, as we've stated here. So in these situations, a considered and consultative process is undertaken between the classroom teacher, the junior school leadership team. Parents are then contacted to inform them of our thinking based on evidence and information gathered widely throughout the year. Okay, next we want to move on to looking at learning in our junior school. So here in the junior school, our core work is based on teaching and learning across level 1 of the New Zealand curriculum, as you can see here in this table. So this encompasses all of our core subjects, as well as other learning areas that we explore through an inquiry process. Although level 1 of the curriculum is mainly covered during your child's time as a new entrant, year 1 and a year 2, there is still some time and opportunity for them to be learning at level 1 early on in their year 3 year within the middle school, before they then start dipping their toe into level 2 of the curriculum. So here at Cashmere Avenue, you can see from this table as well, we also run a mahi tahi program, which is unique to us, and fundamentally it's a play-based learning program and approach. This program provides the perfect vehicle for our vision and values, in terms of our capabilities as well. And in particular, it provides really fantastic opportunities for our children to learn about and develop their social and emotional skills, along with supporting their wellbeing in a really developmentally appropriate way. Now you're going to hear from Trisha and Jess about our vision.
I'm sure you've probably seen this diagram around the school. It's a diagram of our vision that we created together with the staff and in consultation with our community. It's our way of learning and the core of our teaching. We do work really hard to strive to equip our learners to explore and thrive together. So if you want to explore Cashmere Avenue School's school vision further, hop onto the website and find the Our Learning tab, and there's lots of information in there.
So heading into our capabilities, curiosity is one of our many capabilities where children are free to ask questions about the world around them. And we see this in the junior school throughout all learning areas when children carry a positive attitude towards learning and when they are free to explore their wonderings through asking questions, sharing ideas and making comments.
Yes, and an example of an important value that we encourage at Kashmir Avenue School is whanaungatanga, and this is valuing relationships and connections. So in the junior school, we see this as children make friends, include others, establish older buddy tuakana tena relationships, and as they form a feeling of belonging with adults and other children that they collaborate with.
So the way that we breathe life into our capabilities and values is through our teaching approaches. So for example, agency, this is where we extend children's thinking by investigating their wonderings. So now you're going to hear from Linda and she's going to explain what a kaitiaki is and how you will see this in action around our school.
Being a kaitiaki is a huge part of our school. We are kaitiaki. We're kaitiaki of ourselves, we're kaitiaki of others, and also of our environment. For our junior children, it includes managing themselves and their belongings. And I mentioned earlier about independence and how we really push this in the junior school. Children need to be independent in being able to do this. So being a kaitiaki of their own learning and managing themselves is really important. It's about respecting others and their belongings. And on the next slide, you will see some examples of how to be a kaitiaki in the junior school. It also links very well into our behaviour plan. Sarah will now speak to us.
So we're going to move on now and have a look at our Kashmir Avenue School website. There's a lot of great information, great useful information here for you. So first of all, let's orient you. Click on this, it's going to open up our website page. Let's orient you first and most importantly to our junior school syndicate page. So all of these tabs across the top have got a wealth of information here. We're going to dip into our school and drop down to junior syndicate. Okay, so here you will find our homepage. Once you're here, you can read through all of the important information that's important for our junior children, in particular for those children that are starting school for the first time. There's a lot of great stuff here for those new families to our school. So scroll on down because there's plenty to see here. Over here on our team tab, you can also check out who we are and use the direct links there to email your child's classroom teacher. And as I scroll down here, you get to see the lovely Jo Burberry and Sue Moody that I spoke about before as our CRT and Performing Arts release teachers. Okay, back to our main homepage. So just when you're on our main homepage, scroll down to the bottom, head on past Miss Christie's lovely welcome message there. Down the bottom here is a really key part of the front main page here. It's got every term it's updated with important dates. You'll also see our school calendar here as well. So it's updated regularly. So this is a really good key place to check in with what's going on around the school. There are also some other hidden gems on our website. For example, under this information tab here, I'm going to scroll back up to get a better background. So under our information tab here, as you can see, a couple of things have dropped off the bottom, but one there is our optional learning, optional programs, not optional learning, optional programs tab. And if you click in there, it actually just gives you some great ideas about all the extracurricular things that happen here at Kashmir. So things outside the classroom. We run a lot of lunchtime clubs here ourselves. Again, a lot of these, as Linda mentioned earlier, are responsibilities once children reach the middles and the seniors. So for example, being a librarian and the Scratch Coding Club, but things like the CAS Garden, that's the Kashmir Avenue School Environmentalist Gardening Club. Children of any age are welcome to do that each week, and our junior children love getting their hands in the dirt. They can also join the choir as well. And from year 2 onwards, we have representatives on the student council as well. Another thing that is not mentioned here, but is really popular here at Kashmir, is our kapa haka group. So we've had a fantastic kapa haka group over the years, and they do various performances for the school on our matariki evening, and also we hold a festival each year as well. So there's just a few more things there. There's a fantastic video there about some discovering that the children did in the CAS garden. So if you've got a moment, have a look at that one. Alrighty, the last thing here to orient you to is under our learning tab. As Jess and Tricia spoke about before, here are our values and capabilities. Just gives you a little bit more information and insight into what all that means for us here at Cashmere Avenue. Some really cool information, nice and clear and easy to read. And of course, then there's the approaches there as well. So that is all we have for you this afternoon for our junior school parent information for 2021. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to and watch our video. We hope it's been of help to you. Just remember, you can always chat with your child's classroom teacher if you have any further questions or want to chat about anything more. Ngā mihi nui kia koutou.